Inflammatory foods are major players in the development of much of the suffering in our society. This is because the process of inflammation is at the root cause of most chronic health issues. No wonder you want to learn what foods you need to eliminate and what diet to follow to reduce inflammation, pain, and disease. With so many dietary advice out there, it may feel confusing to find the right one. The truth is that eating healthy is actually rather simple. Once you understand what foods may damage and what foods may protect your health, you can finally eat a nutrient dense diet with a worry, healing your body every bite. In this video, you will learn about the role of diet and inflammation and the main causes of inflammation. I'll discuss the top 10 inflammatory foods you need to eliminate, what to choose instead, and how to eat a healing diet that benefits your health. What is inflammation? Inflammation is your body's defense mechanism to fight against potential harm, such as injections, injuries, and toxins. It's part of your body's inherent immune response that promotes healing and recovery. Inflammation itself is not bad. Acute inflammation helps to repair tissue damage when you have an injury and help you recover from colds, illness, or exposure to allergens. When it comes to inflammation, the problem is chronic inflammation, which is a result of an excess stress load on your body, including physical, emotional, and chemical stress. Being exposed to constant stressors, your immune system becomes overwhelmed and increases the inflammation response. This may lead to more white blood cells, cell changes, and eventually tissue and organ damage. Chronic inflammation plays a role in a variety of chronic pain symptoms and health issues, including metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, non alcoholic fatty liver disease, and autoimmune conditions. The role of diet and inflammation. Diet plays a major role when it comes to inflammation. An inflammatory diet that is low in nutrients is one of the main causes of modern day inflammation. Cytokines are proteins secreted by your immune system to regulate your immune response. Certain foods can trigger your immune system and lead to the overproduction of pro inflammatory cytokines and the underproduction of anti inflammatory cytokines. The good news is that your diet also plays a role in preventing and reducing inflammation. While inflammatory foods, such as sugar, refined oils, and gluten, may increase the risk of inflammation, eating an anti inflammatory diet may help you to overcome chronic inflammation, improve your health, and lose weight. Major nutritional factors for inflammatory foods. When it comes to your diet, there are several major factors that play a role in chronic inflammation. When we consume food, it will have an impact on our physiology, and these factors are key considerations when it comes to the foods we choose. Let's take a look at each one. Blood sugar impact. An inflammatory diet with too much sugar may lead to blood sugar imbalances in your body. This may cause inflammation and the overproduction of inflammatory cytokines, increasing your risk of insulin resistance and elevated blood sugar levels, leading to further inflammation, pain, and disease. Damage fats in inflammatory foods. Your body needs fats for fuel. However, not all fats are created equal. Polyunsaturated fats, such as corn, soybean, safflower, and other vegetables, are highly unstable and prone to oxidation when exposed to heat, light, or air. During the cooking process, they may also become damaged or oxidized, making them even more inflammatory and destructive to your health. These oils are particularly bad for the endothelial lining of your blood vessels and for your skin, and greatly contribute to the formation of acne, age spots, and wrinkles. Chemical toxins in inflammatory foods. Environmental toxins are everywhere in our air, food, water, and products. Long-term exposure to environmental toxins may overwhelm your immune system and increase chronic inflammation. An inflammatory diet with lots of processed, refined, and non-organic foods are high in toxins. Choosing an anti-inflammatory, organic, and healing diet, however, may lower inflammation. Furthermore, it's also important that you use organic, natural, or homemade products and spend time in nature breathing in the fresh air. Now, the top 10 most inflammatory foods. To eliminate chronic inflammation, it's important that you eliminate these from your life. Let's take a look at the top 10. Number 1, gluten. Gluten is a protein found in a variety of grains, including wheat, rye, and barley. It's found in bread, pizza, pasta, cereal, and other food. Gluten is particularly dangerous and must be completely eliminated by individuals with celiac disease or gluten allergy. What is more common, however, is gluten sensitivity that may cause a low-level chronic inflammation and a variety of symptoms, including leaky gut. Eliminating gluten may lower inflammation levels and improve your health. Gluten-free alternatives. Choose gluten-free flours, including almond, coconut, quinoa, and amaranth. Use lettuce for burgers and sandwiches, collard green for wraps, cauliflower for pizza crust, toasted sweet potato for avocado toast, portobello mushrooms instead of buns, zucchini or cucumber noodles instead of pasta, and veggie sticks instead of crackers. There's plenty of gluten-free options at the store now. Sugar and inflammatory foods. I bet that you're not surprised to see sugar on this list. Sugar is one of the most inflammatory foods, yet refined sugar is lurking everywhere from candy bar, snack bars, baked goods, pastries, sodas, sugary drinks, sweetened coffee and tea, pasta sauces, condiments, and much more. When you eat too much sugar, your body simply cannot pass it quickly enough. As a result, it releases pro-inflammatory messengers called cytokines. It may damage your immune system and lead to blood sugar issues. Alternatives to sugar: low glycemic whole fruits, vegetables, and natural sweeteners. If you're looking for some sweet, low glycemic index fruits such as berries and green apples, and sweet vegetables such as beets and carrots provide plenty of sweetness with lots of nutrients and fiber to help slow the breakdown of sugar. Natural sweeteners such as monk fruit and stevia may also sweeten your teas and baked goods without disrupting your blood sugar balance and resulting in inflammation. Number 3, refined carbohydrates are inflammatory. Refined carbohydrates and refined flour are found in most baked goods and other foods in the grocery store, including white bread, bagels, crackers, pasta, flour tortillas, and breakfast cereal. Besides possibly being full of gluten, they are inflammatory and low in nutrients. Refined wheat flours are high in sugar. They are stripped of nutrients and slow digesting fiber. Hence, your body breaks them down way too quickly, leading to blood sugar spikes, a pro-inflammatory response, inflammation, and health issues. Some alternatives: look for gluten-free and unrefined flours. Get creative by eating kale chips or sweet potato chips cooked in coconut oil instead of potato chips. Use veggie sticks instead of wheat crackers, collard greens and lettuce instead of bread and tortilla, coconut or rice wraps instead of flour wraps, cauliflower rice instead of white rice, baked sweet potato fries instead of french fries, and zucchini noodles instead of pasta. Number 4, conventionally raised meat and dairy. I believe that eating meat is extremely important for your health. However, the kind of meat you eat matters. Any meat that is not organic and animals not treated by the highest standards is full of hormones and not the best option. Hormones, antibiotics, and GMOs coming from grain-fed animals are highly inflammatory. Historically, dairy has been part of a healthy human diet. Unfortunately, in recent decades, man-made refineries manipulated the dairy creation process, turning these once superfoods into inflammatory foods. Conventional dairy is not organic and not obtained from pasture-raised animals. It's full of growth hormones, antibiotics, GMOs, and toxic pesticides, making it highly inflammatory and disruptive to your gut microbiome. Some alternatives: it is important that you make sure that the meat you eat comes from animals that were raised humanely and fed a diet that is meant for them to keep them healthy and are not treated with hormones. Make sure to eat pasture-raised poultry, grass-fed beef, pork, and lamb, and wild-caught fish. Grass-fed raw dairy, including raw milk, grass-fed butter and ghee, and fermented yogurt or kefir, are generally healthy for most. People with mild to serious inflammatory conditions and immune dysregulation may have a difficult time tolerating even raw dairy. I recommend that you take dairy out for 90 days, then add it back to see how you tolerate raw and fermented dairy in small amounts. Farm-raised fish and seafood. Fish and seafood healthy sources of anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids and proteins. However, as always, it's important that you know your source and choose seafood that supports your health. Farm-raised fish are raised under crowded conditions, often given antibiotics, and fed a less than optimal diet. Farm-raised fish and seafood generally have more inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, higher chemical exposure, and less protein than wild-caught counterparts. Some alternatives: if you want to eat fish, I recommend wild-caught fish. Choose fish that is low in mercury, such as salmon, cod, tuna, mullet, herring, anchovies, and sardines. Processed conventional meat. As you've learned earlier, eating meat is extremely important for your health. However, it's crucial that you eat healthy meat. Processed meat, such as deli meat and cured meat, are not organic, highly processed, full of hormones, additives, and other unhealthy ingredients. No wonder they are highly inflammatory. Some alternatives: I recommend that you choose pasture-raised poultry, grass-fed beef, pork and lamb, and wild-caught fish. If you have trouble finding these at your local grocery store or health food store, then you can order virtually any type of meat and various cuts through U.S. Wellness Meats, and they will deliver right to your door. Trans fats, partially hydrogenated oils. You might have heard the news already. Trans fats are bad. There are two types of trans fats you may encounter in foods: naturally occurring and artificial trans fats. Naturally occurring trans fats are made in the gut of some animals, and they may make in small quantities of milk and meat products. The real problem, though, is that with artificial trans fats that are produced in an industrial process by adding hydrogen to liquid vegetable oils to solidify them. Partially hydrogenated oils are the primary dietary source of trans fatty acids in processed foods. Even the FDA doesn't recognize them as safe. They are highly inflammatory and may raise your risk of high cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, and strokes. Some alternatives: I recommend that you choose grass-fed butter or ghee, coconut oil or avocado oil, macadamia and olive are also good. Food number 8, food additives and preservatives in inflammatory foods. If you carefully look at the ingredients of some processed foods at the grocery store or even in your own pantry, you will spot several food additives and preservatives. These ingredients are used to enhance flavor, texture, or color, or to extend shelf life. They have no nutritional value and are often inflammatory and harmful to your health. Monosodium glutamate, or MSG, is used to enhance the flavor of some savory dishes at fast food restaurants. It has been associated with metabolic syndrome, weight gain, and other health issues. Artificial coloring such as blue 1, red 40, yellow 5, and 6 have been associated with allergic reactions, inflammations, and even some cancers. Sodium nitrate found in processed meats may lead to inflammation and cancer. Other food additives and preservatives you should avoid include high fructose corn syrup, guar gum, sodium benzoate, trans fats, and any artificial flavoring. Alternatives: choose organic whole foods and organic natural products without additives and preservatives. Number 9, highly processed vegetable and seed oil. When it comes to fat consumption, it is important that you understand the importance of a healthy omega-3 to omega-6 ratio to control inflammation. A diet too high in omega-6 fatty acids is highly inflammatory and may contribute to the development of pain and disease. Omega-3, on the other hand, is anti-inflammatory. While it's impossible to avoid omega-6 fatty acids, and some nutrient-dense foods such as almonds, cashews, and other nuts have some in them, it's important to make sure that omega-3s dominate your ratio. Vegetable oils such as corn, canola, soybean, safflower, cottonseed, and peanut are very high in omega-6 fatty acids. They are also damaged during processing and highly inflammatory. Alternatives: as a healthy source of fat and oil, I recommend organic virgin coconut oil. It's rich in MCTs that may be converted into ketones to further benefit your health. Food number 10, artificial sweeteners in inflammatory foods. You already know that refined sugar is not good for you. However, you need to watch out for artificial sweeteners and flavor enhancers as well. Although not technically foods, these ingredients can be used to create inflammatory foods. Aspartame, acesulfame potassium, monosodium glutamate, sucralose, and other natural artificial sweeteners may add a sweet flavor to your food, but they are not healthy. They are highly inflammatory. They have a neurotoxic effect on your brain and may lead to mood disorders and brain-related cancer. Natural sweeteners: you don't have to ban sweetness from your life. Monk fruit and stevia are natural low-calorie sweet alternatives that don't raise your blood sugar. You may add them to your tea, coffee, and healthy baked goods without adverse health effects. Following a healing diet. Following a healing diet is the best thing you can do to reduce inflammation, lower your risk of developing a chronic disease, and improving your overall health. Fueling your body with an anti-inflammatory nutrition plan with nutrient-dense foods provides your cells and cellular DNA of your body with biological information necessary for your health. Eating a healing diet may reduce inflammation in your body, stabilize your blood sugar, reduce toxic load, fuel your body with foundational nutrients, and support your healthy blood pH. To follow a healing diet, first you need to reduce or eliminate sugar and grains. As you've learned, white pasta, bread, rice, pizza, crackers, cereals, canned goods, ketchup, fruit drinks, deli meat, conventional yogurts, and candy are full of sugar and carbs and are highly inflammatory. Instead, you need vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and antioxidants from greens, vegetables, herbs, sprouts, and fruits. Second, you need to get rid of bad fats, such as hydrogenated soybeans, corn, and palm oils, and other unhealthy vegetable oils, such as canola, safflower, and peanut oil. Instead, focus on healthy fats such as coconut oil, avocados, pasture-raised butter, and ghee, nuts, and seeds. Lastly, you need to change the meat you eat. Eliminate processed and conventional meat. Choose organic grass-fed beef, pasture-raised poultry, wild-caught fish, pasture-raised eggs for clean protein and healthy nutrients. Inflammation is your body's natural defense mechanism. However, when it turns chronic due to an excessive stress load on your body, it becomes a problem. Chronic inflammation overwhelms your immune system and may lead to chronic pain and health issues. Try eating an anti inflammatory healing diet to reduce inflammation, pain, and disease and help your body lose weight. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Hit the like button and please subscribe for more tips.